ready to practice gymnastics with me today? Get your mat ready, or at least make sure you're on a carpet like this and not on a hard floor because I don't want you to hurt yourself. We're going to do a warm-up and then we're going to practice some of our really important gymnastic skills. So sit down like me and let's go into our butterfly. So start flapping your butterfly wings. Try to sit up really tall. And let's warm up our legs. Keep moving those legs up and down. And now stop. Stretch your nose up to the sky. And then try to put your nose down on your toes. And let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come up. All right, show me a tuck. You guys should know this one. Hug your knees in. This is a tuck position. And then push your legs out straight and make a pike. I'm going to turn this way. When you're in your pike, I want you to point and flex. Point and flex. Make your feet go up and down. Squeeze your legs together. Use your muscles. And now point your toes. Reach up to the sky. And try to reach your feet. Don't bend your knees. Don't do this. Push them down. And come up. Shake them out. This time, flex your feet. Toes up. Reach up to the sky. And see if you can reach your toes again. Maybe you can reach even further than your toes. How far can you go? And you're done. Shake them out. All right, so we did tuck, we did pike. Last shape that we should know now is the straddle. Let's do a big straddle. Point your toes, make your knees straight, and then sit up tall. Let's go over to one foot. Come up, go to your other foot, and up. This time, look at your leg. Look at your foot and try to reach it. And then look at your other leg and try to reach the foot. Come up, shake them out, relax your legs. All right, I told you we were going to do a super quick warm-up. That was super quick, right? So now we're going to practice some skills that are really important for gymnastics. So if this is maybe your first time or one of your first times doing gymnastics, that's okay. You can try all these things, do your best, and if you've done gymnastics lots of times before, these skills are still really important. As you get better and better and learn more difficult things, you're still going to use these same things. So the first one we're going to do now is a back bend, or you might call it a bridge. So, this one is not our back bend, right? My back didn't bend at all, it was straight. This is called a table, when we just push up like this. To do our bridge, we have to lay all the way down first. Keep your feet on the floor, and now put your hands above your shoulders. So find your shoulders. Right, here they are. Now flip your hands over and put them down on the floor above your shoulders. Look at my fingers, they're pointing to my shoulders. From here, you have to push hard with your hands and feet. Push your tummy up. And this is a bridge. And then I can come down. Tuck your chin to your chest when you come down. Did you do it? Maybe? So let's talk about a couple things that we need to remember when we do a back bend. We have to remember that our hands go above our shoulders, right? They can't go somewhere else or it's not going to make a back bend. Then we need to remember to make our arms really straight when we push up in our back bend, okay? Because that gets your head to come up off the floor. We don't want to have our head touching the floor when we do the back bend. And number 3, you have to make your legs really strong because they have to push too. If you're only pushing with your arms, then you're still not going to get up into the back bend. You're going to be stuck on the floor. So let's do it again. Ready? Lay down. Put your hands in the right spot. Look at my hands. And then push all together, hands and feet. Push your tummy up. And make your arms straight. And then tuck your head in to come down nice and safe. Okay? I don't want you landing on your head ever when you're doing back bends. When you come down, you have to tuck your chin and then come down on your back. After we do some back bends, it's good to roll on our back. So that's when we come in our tuck and we can rock and roll. Maybe 3 times. See if you can do 3 times without messing up. 1, 2, 3. All right. Should we do one more bridge? I think so. I want you to do your bridge, and if you can do it, if it's easy for you, maybe count to 5 before you come down. And if that's too easy, count to 10. But if you're on your head, then just practice getting your head up off the floor first. Ready? Let's do one more. Put your hands in the right place. See how my elbows are up. And then push. And let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. Hug your knees. Rock and roll 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. All right, we're gonna stick with our rolling and we're gonna practice forward rolls today and then backward rolls. That's a tricky one, but let's try. So, remember I said forward rolls are gonna be first. Make sure you have room to do your roll and stand up at the end, okay? See how I make sure that I don't have anything in my way. And so I want you to make sure there's nothing in your way too. And then we're gonna start with our feet together and stretch up. So this is a straight body position, right? My whole body is really straight and tall. Then you can bend your knees to put your hands down on the floor. I can see my hands. Tuck your head in, look at your belly, roll, and then we stand up at the end. All right, let's do it again. Do you guys remember what this is called? This is a forward roll because we're rolling forward, really easy. All right, let's try again. Feet together. Squish your feet. Don't put any space. Reach up, make a straight body position. Now you can bend your knees to put your hands on the floor. Tuck your head and look at your belly. And roll. And we finish. I always want to see you guys finishing your gymnastics skills looking really nice and strong, okay? Not looking like a blob at the end. So can we do one more? Yeah? Okay, get ready. Feet together. Now what do I need to do? Start like this? No, start with the straight body. Stretch. Then put your hands down. Tuck your head, look in your belly. And roll. And then we finish. Stand up nice and tall. All right. So if you guys remember, that was forward roll because we were rolling forward, right? Easy name. Now we're going to do backward roll. So I hope you guys can guess what that is, right? We're going to be rolling backwards instead of forwards. This one we're going to start a little bit different. So you don't have to start standing up really tall. We're going to start in a squat position. So squatting is like this. Almost like I'm sitting down, but I'm staying on my feet instead. Okay? See, I'm actually balancing on my toes, like tippy toes, but I'm in a tuck. So I'm going to show you guys step 1 before we do the whole backward roll because it's a little bit tricky. So step 1, we have to start like this in the squat. Put your hands above your shoulders. See, it's like I'm balancing something in my hands, like pizza. Now, I'm going to tuck my head in, roll back, and smush my pizzas on the ground. So, do you see what happened? I rolled back, I stayed in my tuck, and I put my hands, smush, on the ground. Do you remember when we already put our hands like that? When was that? When we did our back bends, right? It's the same because our hands go above our shoulders. Just this time we're doing it with a roll. So you can try that first part. Start in a squat, right? We have to start on our feet, not on our bottoms. Put your hands in place like you're holding 2 pizzas. Tuck your head down. And then you can roll and smush your pizzas on the mat. Okay? Can you think about doing that? Pretend like you're holding a pizza in your hand and then you smash it. That means we're pushing into the mat, right? That's how we smush the pizza. So now I'm going to show you guys how we do the whole backward roll. So I'm not going to stop when I smush my pizzas. I'm going to keep going over with my legs. But we have to start the same. Start in a squat. Put your hands above your shoulders and tuck your chin down. Then roll back and push in the ground so that you can roll all the way over. Okay? So what did I do? I stayed in a tuck, right? I never lost my tuck shape. I smushed my pizzas. I really pushed into the ground. And I just kept going with my body. I didn't stop because I know I want to go all the way over so that when I finish, I'm in a squat again. So here we go. Do your squat. Hold your hands up, hold your pizzas. Now let's roll and smush. And go over. This one's a little bit hard, right? It's okay if you can't do it yet because it takes a lot of practice. So let's do step 1 again so we can all practice that together. And then we'll do one more backward roll too. So step 1 is where we practice starting in our squat. Hands up, chin down, and just roll and smush your pizzas. And that's it. That's step 1. So I want everybody to do that one more time. Okay? Do it right now, if you didn't already. All right. Now, are we ready for one more backward roll? Try your best, or you can do step 1 if you're not ready to do a backward roll all the way. All right, let's get ready. Chin down, roll, push, and we go over. Okay, and see, I just landed back on my feet. So you might land like this on your knees. That's okay at the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, I want you to try to land on your feet every time. Because then when we get even better, we will stand up at the end of it, okay? So, I know this is a little bit tricky, but if you can, I want you to practice. Make sure you always practice on a safe place like this, at least on a soft carpet or a mat, not just a tiny mat on the floor. That's not gonna feel good. You might hurt your head a little bit. So let's make sure that we remember to be in a safe place whenever we're doing gymnastics. All right, we're thing, and that's going to be our handstands. So you guys might have practiced handstands with me before in one of my other videos, but handstands are super important in gymnastics, and I want you guys to practice them all the time. So today, we're only going to talk about doing our handstand from a lunge position. So I want you guys to practice a lunge position. Can everybody do it? Look at my front leg. The front leg is bent. See? I'm bending my knee. My back leg in the lunge always has to be straight. It doesn't bend. Then I'm making my body really strong and then putting my arms up by my ears. This is a lunge position. Okay? Now, I want you to try it on the other side too, because it's really important to know how to do a lunge on both legs. So, put your other leg in front. Bend your knee, the one that's in front. The back one should be really straight. And then, make your body strong. Put your arms right up next to your ears. Lunge. Okay, I'm not saying lunch. It's not lunchtime. This is a lunge. And this is something that we do in gymnastics a lot. So, now we need to make sure when you're going to do your handstand, we need to start with the right foot in front. So, think about if you were going to kick a ball. Like you want to do your best kick, you're trying to make a goal. Which foot would you want to kick with? Which foot would you kick that ball with? Can you figure that out? Can you think about which foot you like to kick with? That's the one that I want to be in front in your lunge, okay? So for me, that's my right leg. If you like to do it with your left leg, that is so great and that's fine. I want you to find out for yourself which leg is your good leg. Okay, so my good leg is my right leg, and I'm gonna do my lunge. Now we're gonna start doing handstands, but I don't want anybody kicking and flopping over, okay? I want you to watch first, and then try to do what I'm doing, okay? Nothing crazy here. So watch this time. I'm gonna do my lunge, nice and strong. Then I put my hands down and do a little baby hop, and come back to my lunge. You see how I really did it with control of my body? Now, let's do it again. You guys can do it this time if you were watching last time. So ready, do your lunge. As I come forward, my back leg comes up. And then I do a little hop, come back to lunge. So it's kind of like a teeter-totter, right? So I'm starting on one side, then my teeter-totter is going down, and then it comes back. So I want you guys to do that 5 times, okay? If you think that you're on the wrong leg, if it feels really funny, maybe you need to do it with the other leg in front, okay? So you have to figure out which is your good side. I can't tell you from here. So, do it 5 times. Keep your arms by your ears the whole time. And I want you to always finish in your lunge at the end, okay? All right, did you do it? Yeah, I hope so. All right, now I think you guys are getting the hang of it. So we're gonna add a little challenge and try to touch our feet together before we step back to our lunge, okay? Now, what's gonna happen if you bend your arms when you're doing a handstand? You're gonna fall down, right? Your arms are the only thing holding you up. And what's gonna happen if we do a really strong kick? You're probably gonna fall over, right? So let's not do those things. Let's control our bodies and be good gymnasts and try to do a nice handstand with strong arms, okay? And finish back in our lunge. At least I want you guys to land on your feet and not tumble over, okay? So let's be strong here. Do your lunge. You guys can watch this one, okay? Watch me. Now I'm gonna kick a little bit more. Tap. And lunge. teeter totter, lift your back leg up, and then when we kick, try to tap. And come back to a lunge at the end. Yeah, did you get it? Let's try 3 more times, okay? If you're having trouble, you can do the first one that we already did, where we do a little hop and then come back to lunge, okay? If you can't get your feet together at the top, that's okay. I just want you to land and finish in your lunge really nice every time. So we're doing our last ones. Let's do one more. Touch and lunge. See how when I finish, my lunge is strong again, right? Everything is strong, and then I can open up and make it pretty. Whew, that was a lot of hard work, guys, but I hope that you did everything at the very best that you could, right? As long as you're doing your best, that's what counts. So keep practicing, be safe, and have fun.